Mishley, Proverbs 5-9. Mashal, Proverb 5. My son, listen to my wisdom, incline your ear to my understanding, so as to watch over discretion, and your lips guard knowledge. For the lips of a strange woman drip honey, and her mouth is smoother than oil. But in the end she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps lay hold of the grave. She does not consider the path of high, her ways are unstable, you do not know it. So now listen to me, you children, and do not turn away from the words of my mouth. Keep your way far from her, and do not come near the door of her house, lest you give your splendor to others, and your years to one who is cruel. Lest strangers be filled with your strength, and your labors go to the house of a foreigner. Then you shall howl in your later end, when your flesh and your body are consumed, and shall say, How I have hated discipline, and my heart has despised reproof. And I have not heeded the voice of my teachers, and I have not inclined my ear to those who instructed me. In a little while I was in all evil, in the midst of an assembly and a congregation. Drink water from your own cistern, and running water from your own well. Should your springs be scattered abroad, rivers of water in the streets? Let them be only your own, and not for strangers with you. Let your fountain be Baruch, and rejoice with the wife of your youth, a loving deer and a pleasant doe. Let her breasts satisfy you at all times, and be captivated by her love always. For why should you, my son, be captivated by a strange woman, and embrace the bosom of a foreigner? For the ways of man are before the eyes of Yahuah, and he considers all his paths. The wicked is entrapped in his own wickednesses, and he is caught in the cords of his sin. He dies for lack of discipline, and in the greatness of his folly he goes astray. Mashal, Proverb 6. My son, if you have become guarantor for your friend, have shaken hands in pledge for a stranger, have been snared by the words of your own mouth, have been caught by the words of your mouth, do this at once, my son, and deliver yourself, for you have come into the hand of your friend. Go humble yourself and urge your friend. Give no sleep to your eyes, nor slumber to your eyelids. Deliver yourself like a gazelle from the hand, and like a bird from the hand of the trapper. Go to the ant, you lazy one. See her ways and be wise, which, having no commander, overseer, or ruler, provides her supplies in the summer, gathers her food in the harvest. How long would you lie down, O lazy one? When do you arise from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to lie down, and your poverty shall come like a prowler, and your need as an armed man. A man of Belial, a wicked man, walks with a perverse mouth, winks with his eyes, shuffles his feet, points with his fingers. Perverseness is in his heart, plotting evil at all times. He sends out strife. Therefore his calamity comes suddenly. Instantly he is broken, and there is no healing. These 6 Yahuah hates, and 7 are an abomination to him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands shedding innocent blood, a heart devising wicked schemes, feet quick to run to evil, a false witness breathing out lies, and one who causes strife among brothers. My son, watch over your father's command, and do not forsake the Torah of your mother. Bind them on your heart always, tie them around your neck. When you are walking about, it leads you. When you lie down, it guards you. And when you have woken up, it talks to you. For the command is a lamp, and the Torah a light, and reproofs of discipline a way of high. to guard you against an evil woman from the flattering tongue of a strange woman. Do not desire her prettiness in your heart, neither let her captivate you with her eyelids. For because of a whore is the crust of bread, and an adulteress entraps a precious life. Would a man take fire to his bosom, and his garments not be burned? Would a man walk on hot coals, and his feet not be scorched? So is he who goes in to his neighbor's wife. None who touches her goes unpunished. They do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy his appetite when he is starving. Yet if he is caught, he repays sevenfold. He gives all the wealth of his house. He who commits adultery with a woman lacks heart. He who does it destroys his own chai. He finds smiting and shame, and his reproach is not wiped away. For jealousy enrages a man, and he does not spare in the day of vengeance. He does not regard any ransom, nor accept your bribe, however great. Mashal, Proverb 7. My son, guard my words and treasure up my commands with you. Guard my commands and live, and my Torah as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call understanding a close friend, to guard you against the strange woman, against the foreigner who flatters with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my lattice, and I saw among the simple, I perceived among the youths, a young man lacking heart, passing through the street near her corner, and he went the way to her house. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night, and look, a woman met him, dressed like a whore, with a hidden heart. She was boisterous and stubborn. Her feet did not stay at her own house. Now in the street, now in the square, and at every corner she lurks. And she took hold of him and kissed him. She hardened her face and said to him, peace offerings are with me. Today I have paid my vows. Therefore I came out to meet you, to earnestly seek your face, and I found you. I have spread my bed with coverings, colored linens of Mitzrayim. I have sprinkled my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until morning. Let us delight ourselves with love. For my husband is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He took a bag of silver with him. He comes home on the day of the covering. With her many words she leads him astray. With her smooth lips she seduces him. He goes after her immediately. Like an ox he goes to the slaughter, and as in chains a fool to the punishment, till an arrow strikes through his liver, like a bird rushing into a snare, and did not know it would take his high. And now listen to me, you children, pay attention to the words of my mouth. Let not your heart turn aside to her ways. Do not go astray in her paths. For many are the wounded she has caused to fall, and numerous all her slain ones. Her house is the way to the grave, going down to the rooms of death. Mashal, Proverb 8. Does not wisdom call, and understanding lift up her voice? On the top of the heights, along the way, between the paths she has taken her stand. Beside the gates leading to the city, at the entrances she shouts, O men, I call to you, and my voice is to the sons of men. You simple ones, understand insight, and you fools, be of an understanding heart. Listen, for I speak noble words, and the opening of my lips is about straightness. For my heart speaks truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness, none of them twisted or crooked, all of them plain to him who understands, and straight to those who find knowledge. Accept my discipline and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all delights are not comparable to her. I, wisdom, have dwelt with insight, and I find knowledge, foresight. The reverence of Yahuah is to hate evil. I have hated pride and arrogance and the evil way and the perverse mouth. Counsel is mine and sound wisdom. I am understanding. Mightiness is mine. By me sovereigns reign and rulers make righteous decrees. By me princes rule and nobles, all the judges of the earth. I love those who love me, and those who earnestly seek me find me. Riches and esteem are with me, enduring wealth and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold and fine gold, and my increase than choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the paths of right ruling, to bestow substance on those who love me, and to fill their treasuries. Yahuah possessed me, the beginning of his way, as the first of his works of old. I was anointed ages ago at the first, before the earth ever was. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no springs heavy with water, before mountains were sunk, before the hills, I was brought forth. Before he had made the earth and the fields, or the first dust of the world, when he prepared the Shemaim, I was there. When he decreed a vault on the face of the deep, when he established the clouds above, when he made the fountains of the deep strong, when he gave to the sea its limits, so that the waters would not transgress his command, when he decreed the foundations of the earth. Then I was beside him, a skilled workman, a delight day by day, rejoicing before him all the time, rejoicing in the world, his earth, and my delights were with the sons of men. And now, listen to me, you children, for Baruch are they who guard my ways. Listen to discipline and become wise, and do not refuse it. Baruch is the man who listens to me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoever finds me shall find Chai and obtain favor from Yahuah. But he who sins against me injures himself. All who hate me love death. Mashal, Proverb 9. Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn out its 7 columns. She has slaughtered her meat. She has mixed her wine. She has also prepared her table. She has sent out her young women. She cries out from the highest places of the city. Who is simple? Let him turn in here. As for him who lacks heart, she says to him, Come, eat my bread and drink of the wine I have mixed. Leave the simple ones and live and walk in the way of understanding. He who reproves a scoffer gets shame for himself, and he who rebukes a wicked one gets himself a blemish. Do not reprove a scoffer, lest he hate you. Reprove a wise one, and he loves you. Give to a wise one, and he is wiser still. Teach a righteous one, and he increases in learning. The reverence of Yahuah is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Kadosh One is understanding. For by me your days become many, and years of life are added to you. If you have become wise, you have become wise for yourself, and if you have scoffed, you alone bear it. A foolish woman is loud, simple, and without knowledge. For she has seated herself at the door of her house, on a seat by the highest places of the city, to call to those who pass by, who go straight on their way. Who is simple? Let him turn in here. And as for him who lacks heart, she says to him, Stolen waters are sweet, and bread in secret is pleasant. But he does not know that the dead are there. Her guests are in the depths of the grave.